In this, the sixth and final step of PRM Now, I'll look at how you can increase the retention of your won customers and identify new opportunities when they're ready to buy from you. When you do this, it'll save you a whole lot of time, money and effort. So, congratulations! You've just won the customer that you've been managing throughout all 6 steps of PRM Now. You're happy, they're happy. But is this going to last? Typically, most businesses focus all of their efforts on winning new business, but it actually costs 5 times as much to win a new customer, and you're also 60 to 70% more likely to sell to an existing customer as they've already experienced what you have to offer. Now, this is compared to a new customer who may not even convert. So, companies that prioritize getting new customers over retaining their existing ones are at risk of leaving their existing customers behind. And then they begin to feel neglected when they're ignored, which is only made worse if they see offers coming in from your competition, especially if they've not received any kind of loyalty rewards or acknowledgement from them for sticking with you. A key moment for existing customers deciding to move is when something's typically gone wrong and you haven't provided the support or the service that they are expecting, which can often be way too high, or, maybe their contract's coming up for renewal. But this is when your customers forget about the whole value you've added over the last year, and they rapidly turn and look at the offers coming from the other garages, which turns them from being advocates into adversaries. Well, then we kind of know what happens, because you either lose the customer or they come back to you and hammer you on price, which, let's be honest, is not good for anybody. So instead, you want to turn your customers into advocates, so saying, and let them start shouting about your business and telling your prospective customers how good you are. And let's face it, a third-party testimonial carries far more weight than anything you will ever say about yourself. Now, when this happens, you've already begun to build trust with your prospects, and that means a prospect that comes through this avenue skips the post and react stages and just needs to be taken to the manage and nurture so they can get into the sales side of things. So it's a whole lot faster. So turning them into advocates isn't a done deal. You have to keep your efforts and make sure their opinion of you just doesn't wane. This is where a continued presence is absolutely key. You have to keep them interested, tell them that you're still interested in them, and you can do this by continuing to send content that catches their attention and is relevant to them at that time. A good example of this is car buying. If you just purchased a new car, the last thing you'd want from a garage is an advert about the latest car. Not only is it not relevant, but it's also likely to bring on buyer's remorse. But after you bought the car, if you received marketing about how you could get the most out of it, and over the next 12 months they'd talk to you about maintaining it to retain sales value, then they'd followed you up to check everything was okay and offered you some really good customer service. When you reached the point that you were thinking about buying a new one and they reached out to you as a valued customer with an offer on an even shinier, newer car, you'd probably engage with them rather than just reacting and responding to an advert from another garage, a new customer advert. Also, on this journey, if they'd been doing that, you'd be singing their praises to everybody you met, which would refer them business, which would convert faster. So, in the article below, we're going to go through how you can do all this. But one of the main things to think of is that you should always use your main CRM and stop thinking of your customers as being lists, because lists are static, whereas your customers are dynamic, and you need to feed them with the relevant information at the relevant times. When you do this, will give you greater insight into their interests, and more importantly, will tell you when they're starting to re-engage with you. So take advantage of this powerful information, because the ultimate goal is to nurture your customers into buying again. And then, more importantly, is them advocating, because that'll bring more referrals to you. You can set your CRM system to find, nurture, and progress these contacts throughout the PRM process to the point where they purchase. But overall, you just need to appreciate your existing customers for their custom and then reward their loyalty. So you should be listening to what they're saying, however they're trying to communicate you with that social media, whether it's engagement, whatever it is, but just start treating them like prospects again. So one of the key things to do is start using the prospect scoring system as you would for a new customer. And when they become a hot prospect again, that's telling you they were ready to buy again. And more importantly, if they're showing signs of leaving, you'll know, and you can pick up the phone and talk to them and prevent them from doing this. This PR approach works perfectly with Popcorn. As Popcorn's features such as CRM, sales pipelines, automation, reminders, they allow you to visualize and make the whole process really simple so you can segment your customers and really focus on the prospects that matter to you. And you know what? If all goes well, you could increase your conversion rates by up to 200%, and typically our customers achieve an ROI, so return on investment, of £185 for every pound they spend with us. If you'd like to find out how Popcorn helps you convert your social media contacts into customers, please click on the link below to book a demo or check out the rest of the website to see how we do it. So, if you'd like to find out how Popcorn can help you turn your Facebook contacts into customers, click on the button below to book a demo, or